All right. So the first question. Custom duty of rupees 720 is charged for a certain item that is imported. Find the percentage duty if the value of the item is rupees 9,000. All right. So percentages from small times you were doing such questions. So percentages, like they're asking how much for 100. That means, like, first they say if the price of the item is 9,000. If the price of the item is 9,000, you have to pay how much? You have to pay 720, right? So here we have the total amount for 9,000. You have to pay 720. Then how much for 100? Simple as that. So this is the percentage. So every time you need to find the percentage. In the denominator, you should have the total amount. For 9,000, you need to pay 720. Then how much for 100, right? If the percentage is given, like for example, you need to pay 2%. So for 100, you need to pay 2. Then for 9,000, how much? The other way around. If you want to do the other way around, it's simple. So here you will get what? 0, 0, 0. You can cancel off. So it will give you 72 divided by 9, which is 8%. So 2 marks for this question if you do, right? So if you write the steps, if you just write this one and you got this one incorrect, but if you write this one, you will get 1 mark. And if you get, if you have the final answer, you will get 2 marks. So always make it a habit to write the method, because if you just write the answer and you get it wrong, you will get 0 marks. But even if your answer is incorrect and you write this thing correctly, you will get 1 mark. So always keep in mind to write the method. All right. Second question. Take a print out. Okay, second question is find the value of x. Again, another simple question. What is the value of x? 70. Okay, let's see. So we have a triangle. In the triangle, this is an isosceles triangle, right? What is an isosceles triangle? 2 sides are equal. And this is given as 40, and this is given as x, and this is 70. So we are supposed to find x. How to find x? A property of a isosceles triangle. What is the property? What can you tell about this triangle? When you see an isosceles triangle, definitely you know one thing. What is that? What are equal? Opposite sides are equal. And another thing? No, never 90. If this is an isosceles triangle, what can you tell about the angles? Is there anything you can tell about the angles? The angles looking at each of these sides are equal. That means, what is the angle looking at this side? This angle, right? This is the angle looking at this side. We call them opposite angles. So these two angles are always equal, right? So if this one is 30, this angle is also going to be 30. Keep in mind, in any isosceles triangle, that means if two sides are equal, the angles looking at them are always equal. So here we have 40. If this one is 40, what will happen? This one is 40. Now, what can you tell? You can directly tell this is a triangle. So when you add the sum of interior angles of a triangle is how much? How much? The sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180. So let's find x and tell me the answer. Find x and tell me the answer. If you didn't do, those who did, you can tell me. Okay, so what is the answer? Second one. 70. What's your name? Uncommon. Uncommon. Argam. Okay. All right. So 70 plus this angle plus x, which is x, plus 40 plus 40 is equal to 180. Right? Which one? Yes, because this is we are considering this triangle, right? So this full angle is what? X plus 40. Right? This is not, this angle is x, this angle is 40, but you have to consider the full angle. So full angle is x plus 40. So all the three angles, this angle is 70, this angle is x plus 40, this angle is 40. So when you add all of them, you will get 180. So simplify. 40 plus 40, 80. 80 plus 70 is 150 plus x is equal to 180. So you need to find x, which means you have to keep x on this side and take all the other numbers to other side. So to remove this 150, what you need to do is you have to subtract 150 from both sides. So this one to this one cancel and you get 180 minus 150 is 30 degrees. That's it. All right, what is the answer for the next one? What is the question? Okay, solve. All right. Number 3. We have 4 over. Online students, the board is clear, right? So we have x minus 1 minus 2 over 1 minus x. Okay. So when you look at this, there are a lot of, what you need to know is if these are two fractions, right? In the numerator, you have something. In the denominator, you have something. In the numerator, denominator, right? So if you need to add or subtract two fractions, what should be the condition? Any two fractions. If you want to add or subtract two fractions, like for example, half plus 1 over 3. So if you want to add these two, what is the condition? The denominators should be equal. So how do you make the denominators equal? This one you can multiply by 3 and this one by 2. So here also same. X minus 1 is some number. It is just a number. Even though we have English letters, it is just a number. So the denominators should be equal. But here the denominators are not equal. But when you look at this, you can see there's a relationship, right? This is x minus 1. This is the other way around, 1 minus x. Okay. So what can you do is this 1 minus x, can you make it x minus 1? How can you make it x minus 1? When you multiply by this one by minus 1, what will happen? Right. When you multiply something inside the bracket, when you multiply by a constant number, this is a constant number, maybe 1, 2, 10 or something. You need to multiply this one also by this number and this one also by this number, right? So minus 1 times 1 is minus 1. Minus 1 times minus x is plus x. So if you just change them and write, you get x minus 1, right? Minus 1 plus x. So you just write plus x here and minus 1 at the next point. So if you multiply this number by minus 1, you can make it x minus 1, which is this one. So that is the easiest way. So what I will do is I will multiply this one by minus 1. The top and bottom you have to multiply by minus 1. Then what do you get? The first number you can write 4 over x minus 1. And here you have 2 in 2 times minus 1 is minus 2 divided by x minus 1. So now the denominators are equal. So since the denominators are equal, you can write 4 minus 2, right? 4 minus 2 over x minus 1. So 4 minus minus 2 is how much? 6, right? So if you have 2 minus at the same place, it becomes plus. So 4 plus 2 is 6 over x minus 1. This is the answer. Any questions? Factorize. Okay. X squared minus, send me the answer. What is the answer for this one? Those who got the correct, those got the answer? Plus 30. Can you send me the answer on the chat? So, how to find the factors? First step, if you have a number here, since we do not have, that means there is 1. So first step is you need to multiply that number by this one. That is 1 times 30, which is 30. Then you need to find each, I mean, you don't have to find, but you need to write the factors. How to make 30? So 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10, right? So 4 times no, 5 times 6, whatever. So right, like this you have to write. Then you need to check from which of these you can make 13. Actually, it is minus 13. All right. So just take a look. This one you cannot make. By adding or subtracting, you cannot make. This one cannot. This one you can, right? By subtracting 15 minus 2, you can make 30. This one also you can. 10 plus 3 also you can. These 2 you cannot. So you can just cancel off this. So your answer will be either this one or this one. But which one is correct? Now look at the sign. It is plus 30. You need to make plus 30. So to make plus 30, either both of them have to be positive, that means plus, or both of them have to be negative, minus. Because if you write 2 times 15, it is 30, right? But if you put minus 2 times 15, if these are different, I mean, if one is negative and one is positive, then it will come minus 30. So always remember to check the sign. So both of these numbers have to be negative or positive, right? They cannot be different. So here, if both of them are positive, I cannot make 13, right? 15 and 2, it will give me 17. If both of them are negative, negative and negative, again, it will be negative 17. I cannot make negative 13. So this one is also gone. So from this one, can we make? Yes, right? Minus 13. Minus 3 times minus 10. Minus 3 times minus 10 is 30. So when you add them, that is minus 3 and minus 10 will give me 13. So you have to select this one. Okay. Then what you need to do? X squared, this 13, you write in terms of 3 and 10, right? Instead of 13, what you write, you know, 13 can be written, minus 13 can be written, minus 3, minus 10, minus 3, minus 10. So here I will write minus 3x, minus 10x plus 30. I didn't do any change, right? Instead of 13, I just wrote this thing. I just break them into 2 parts, right? So now what you need to do? Now you need to consider them in pairs, right? Here you have 1 couple, here you have 1 couple. Take whatever possible outside, common things. Here he got 2 x's and here he got 1 x. So both of them have x, so you can take x outside. So when you take x outside, what is remaining? X minus 3. And here you have 10. Here also, this number also can be divided by 10, right? 10 is a common factor. I will take minus 10 outside. Minus 10 outside. So when you take minus 10 outside, what is remaining? X. And from plus 30, when you take minus 10 out, another minus 3 will be remaining, right? Because minus 10 times minus 3 will give you the plus 30. Then what can you do? Again, now consider these 2 things. So here you can see what is common. X minus 3 is common, right? He also have x minus 3. He also have x minus 3. So take x minus 3 out. When you take x minus 3 out, here x is remaining. Here minus 10 is remaining. This is how you factorize. X minus 10, x minus 3. So if you wrote this thing, it is wrong. It is not the correct answer. X minus 15 or whatever. right? After doing this, just check whether your answer is correct. It will take just 2 minutes, right? Just check whether your answer is correct. How can you check? Just multiply and see. Multiply x times x, x squared, x times minus 10, minus 10x, minus 3 times x, minus 3x, minus 3 times minus 10, plus 30. You can add these two guys, x squared minus 13x plus 30. So if you get this again, when you remove the brackets, if you get this again, your answer is correct, right? So you can check this whether your answer is correct or not by yourself. All right. Another simple question. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay. This is, easy question. So here they have given a shape like this, right? And this is 28 centimeters. So they are asking, given this is a sector, find the circumference of the base of the cone which can be made by using the given sector. Instead of directly asking what is the arc length, they can directly ask what is the arc length. They have asked, you can make a cone out of this one, right? If you just take them and put it like this, you can make a cone. They are asking, what is the circumference of this cone? What is the circumference of this cone? So you can do this. You can cut a similar shape at home and check. You just cut the similar shape and bring these two together. It will make a cone. They are asking what is the circumference of the base? How much long is this one? So basically, that length is equal to the arc length of this. That length is equal to the arc length of this sector, right? So simply you need to find the arc length. So how to find the arc length of a sector? Yeah, for a full circle, it is 2 pi r, but it is an arc, it is a sector. So you need to multiply it by theta divided by 360. Do the simplification. 2 times pi is 22 over 7 times the radius is 28 times theta is 90 and 360. You have 190, you have 4. What else? You have can divide by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. This one also 2 divided by 2 is 1. 22 divided by 2 is 11. Here you have 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 22. 8 divided by 7 is 4. So you get 11 times 4, which is 44 centimeters. That's it. 2 marks. Next one, find x. What is the value? X equal to 4. How about others? Zainab, what is x? Arkam? Only 4. Okay. How many of you got 2 answers? How many of you got 2 answers for x? How many of you got 2 answers? None of you? Okay. So, what is given? 8x squared equal to 2x squared is equal to 8x. Question number 6. Question number 6. 2x squared is equal to 8x. Okay. Arkam, how did you do? How did you do? කොහොමද කරේ? Okay. You don't have to do that. Okay, so we know what we have to do is subject x, right? I mean, if you know, if it is like x plus 3 equal to 8, how to find x? Take the 3 to the other side and write x is equal to 5. So here also they are asking to find x. So what you need to do? You need to take all the x's to one side, right? So what you need to do here? You need to take all the x's to the other side. So that means here we have 8x. So we need to take this 8x to the other side. How can you take 8x to the other side? Minus 8x. Yes, correct. So 2x squared, you have here 8x. So you need to take 8x to the other side. So I will minus 8x minus 8x. So you get 2x squared minus 8x is equal to 0. So now here you cannot do any simplification, right? I mean, from x squared, you cannot take away x because they are different. X squared is something else, x is something else. So you cannot take away. But what can you do is you can take the common things outside. So what is common? This is 2 times x times x. This is 8 times x. So what is common? This one you can write like 2 times 2 times 2. So you have 1, 2 common, right? And you have another x in common. So you can take 2x outside. Okay. So I'll take 2x outside. So when you take 2x outside, what is remaining here? X minus 4x. Yes. X minus 4, not 4x. X you already took out. So x minus 4 is equal to 0. Okay. So now here we have a multiplication. 2 times x times that or else 2x times x minus 4. So when you have 2 multiplication, that is, let's say a times b is equal to 0, right? If the answer, when you multiply 2 numbers, if the answer is 0, either a should be 0 or b should be 0. One of them have to be 0. Then again, kenek 0 une naththam, the answer will never be 0, right? So here also we have 2 multiplications. So either this one has to be 0 or this one has to be 0. So here also we have to use that. Both the answers we have to write. So we can say either 2x is equal to 0 or x minus 4 is equal to 0. So you can divide both sides by 0. So x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 4. Both these are, you have to write both these answers. So if you only wrote x is equal to 4, you will get only 1 mark. Divide both sides by 2. Right? So if you wrote only x is equal to 4, you will get only 1 mark. Okay? And there are, I think there should be some students who did like this. 2x squared is equal to 8x. So maybe you divide both sides by x. You divide both sides by x. Then what will happen? This x to this x cancel. This x to this x squared cancel. So you get 2x is equal to 8 and divide both sides by 2. You get x is equal to 4. Then here you get only one answer. Is this correct? What is the mistake? I mean, what is wrong here? You divide by x, right? Have they given x is not equal to 0? Have they given x is not equal to 0? If this is not given, if they have not given that x is not equal to 0, you can never divide by x because you cannot divide a number by 0. 8 divide by 0. This is not defined, right? That because of that reason, you cannot divide by x. Keep that in mind. Yeah, this is, I mean, that is the mistake, right? You cannot divide by x. If you did this, you would have get 1 mark. You will get 1 mark for the answer, but this is the correct method. So if they have not given that x is not equal to 0, do not divide by x, right? You have to use this method. You'll get half marks if you did this way. This way, 1 mark, and this way, this. If you have both the answers, you will get 2 marks. So 8 men can finish the 8 men can finish half of a certain work in 6 days. So question number 7, 8 men can finish the work in, not the work, half of the work in 6 days. Half of the work in 6 days. Half of the work in 6 days, right? They are asking, find how many days it will take for 12 men to complete the remaining work. Okay, so the half of the work they have done, right? That means the remaining work is also the same, right? So first thing is you have to find the work. What is the work? So that is the size of the work. So this is something we know how to find. How do we find the size of the work? 8 multiplied by 6. So 8 times 6, that is, right, man days, right? This is man days, because you multiply the number of men by days. So your unit is man days. So this is 48. 48 man days. This is the size of the work, how much big the work is. So if it is a length, you measure in centimeters. If it is a weight, you measure in kilograms. So likewise, the size of a work you can measure in man days. So the size of the work is 48. So now this is actually half of the work. They have already finished. They are asking how much time is required to do the remaining work. So since this is half, the remaining work is also 48. So this is actually the remaining work. Remaining work. So the remaining work, then you need to find the number of days or number of men. Number of days. So days is equal to, you just need to divide by 48, divide by, this is man days, right? So 48 man days, you need to divide by how much? 12. 12 days, right? 12 days. Days to days cancel off. So what is this? It is going to be 4, right? 4 men. So you need 4 men to finish the work in 12 days. That's it. Okay, so this is like you have to mark correct or wrong. According to the given figure, ABCD is a rhombus, right? We have a figure. We have a figure, and this is what? A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D is a rhombus, and we have some triangles. 2 diagonals are there, and we have another triangle like this. And this is E, and this is O. Okay, first statement. This type of questions, you will get 1 question in your exam also, to mark correct or wrong. Okay, so here first one is area of the triangle ADC are equal to the area of ABCD triangle. ACD, where is ACD? ACD, where is BCD? BCD, are they equal? Why? Why is that? Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. ACD is this triangle. ACD is this triangle, and BCD is this triangle. So you have a theorem. You know the theorem, right? If there are 2 parallel lines, these 2 lines are parallel, and you have a common base, the area of whatever the triangle you draw between these two parallel lines with the same base, they are going to be equal. So here also same. So if you have the same base, this is a rhombus. Rhombus means these lines are parallel. So since these lines are parallel, you have a common base. So what will happen? All the triangles, this triangle, this triangle, this triangle, actually all these three triangles, the area is same, right? That therefore, the first one is correct. How about the second one? Second one, they say area of BOC. Where's BOC? BOC, this triangle. BOC triangle. Area of BOC is equal to half into AO into OB, right? BO. Okay, is this correct? No. How about online students? Is this correct? Tell me the answer. Yes or no? Hurry up. Wrong. Others? I need 10 answers, 9 answers. Tell me. No. Wrong. Wrong. Okay, let's see. Anyone who says this one is correct? Anyone who says this one is correct? Like, who has the gut to say this is correct? Okay, let's see. This is a, what is this? Rhombus, right? In a rhombus, what do you know about the diagonals? In a rhombus, the diagonals are perpendicular, right? In a rhombus, the diagonals are perpendicular. So this is how much? 90 degrees. So you have a 90-degree triangle, which is, this is the 90-degree triangle. OCB. This is 93-degree. I just turned it a little bit. Okay. So then what is the area of the triangle? Half into base OC into perpendicular height. Perpendicular height is OB, right? OB. Okay. So what is given? Half into AO into OB. This one half into OC into OB. The difference is this one, right? But just look, this is a rhombus, right? OC is equal to AO. The diagonals are getting bisected. So what do you know? What can you do? Half into, instead of OC, can you write AO times OB? So this is correct. Yes, it is correct. Okay, did you understand? Any questions? Any problem? ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද? Any questions? Last one. The length of AC is equal to length of BD. Length of AC is equal to length of BD. Is that correct? Yeah, it's a rhombus, right? Diagonals are equal in length. So all the three are correct. Yeah. So it is 3 correct. All the three are correct. Express the shaded area portion in set notation. So we have a set, we have something like this. This part is circle, and this is A, this is B. Okay, just tell me how to do. Yes, exactly. A intersection, B complement. Are you sure? Huh? Okay, so here you can see, this is, if you have the full set, that is going to be, I mean, if you A dash, not A dash. If you say A dash, everything without A, that is everything out of A. If you say A dash, that is going to be everything out of A, everything. Okay, so if you say B, if you just say B, it will cover everything, right? From B, you have to remove this part which belongs to A. So you need to B intersection A dash, right? B, it has to be on B and it cannot be on A. That's it. B intersection A dash. Or A intersection B dash. Sorry, A dash intersection B. Both way correct. Yes. Rishantini correct. Simple. B intersection A dash. 2 marks if you just write it. Just look, if you know this thing, it will be a 2, I mean, not even 5 seconds for that question. Next one. Find the common multiple. Okay. Did you get it, Tarkam? What is it? Okay, good. 4x squared y squared, 6xy cubed, 8x cubed y cubed. Okay, so for this one, then okay, yeah. All right, so for this one, what you need to do is, first of all, break this one. So into prime factors, you have to write each and every all the numbers in prime factors. So 4, 4 is 2 times 2, right? So that means 2 to the power 2. So you have to write 2 to the power 2 into x squared into y squared. Okay. How about 6? 6 you can write 2 times 3 times x times y cubed. And this one, 8x, that is 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8. So this is going to be 8x cubed y cubed. 8x cubed y cubed. So now, sorry, it is going to be 8 means what? 2 to the power 3. Okay. So now, just circle the similar ones. 2, 2, 2. Just circle them. 3, here only you have 3. X, Y. Okay, so there are no any other numbers. So lowest common multiple is LCM is, you have to write the highest power. 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 3. So you have to write 2 to the power 3 times 3. Only 1 3 is there. So here x, what is the highest power? X to the power 2, x and x to the power 3. So here you write x to the power 3 times y squared, y cubed, the highest power is y to the power 3. So what is the answer? 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8, 8 times 3, 20, 4 x cubed, y cubed. That's it.